So that's pretty cool. That's a lot of fun about coding for a living. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think GCI can help me develop as a coder from something like from a starting stage, just coding in school, to something that can help me code for something for a bigger cause?
Well, back in university, I remember seeing a lot of people sort of participating in the parent program for GCI, which was Google Summer of Code. And a few of them then went on to become Google Coding mentors. And just based off of my experience looking at that, I think based off of what my friends told me, it seems like a lot of students were able to start from scratch and then learn in a structured manner, and then from there move on towards being able to sort of perform complicated tasks which they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So I think given that lens, it does seem like GCI is a pretty interesting program that sort of encourages young talent like yourself to develop your technical skills and then apply them to real world projects. So I think it's really good that you're doing that right now.
That's amazing. Like in GCI, it's mainly for students, people who are just getting into code. What are some tips you can give people like me who want to get into coding on a bigger scale but have no idea how to?
Well, I think it definitely does depend on where you're starting from. I think different people start from different levels. If you're probably starting from the absolute scratch, there's a lot of online platforms and MOOCs, online courses out there that do a pretty good job of teaching you. For example, Hour of Code, or it could be something, or Code.org, or any of those online platforms. I think I think for a lot of people, like once you sort of pick up your first language and you wanna move on to your second and third language or move on to building more tools, the journey becomes simpler because a lot of the task becomes syntactical and sort of understanding how to extend your skills. And I think there are lots of online resources, and it's amazing that there are a lot of online resources. So I think sort of starting from there and then just exploring maybe through like doing a project or a program like GCI will definitely help people improve their skills and then get to a place where they can like build what they want to build.
Um, I guess I have time for one more question. So you do graphics for games? Is that a lot of fun?
It definitely is a lot of fun and very challenging at the same time. I think there's a lot of user empathy that one has to consider, given that a lot of times games are meant for immersion, and in today's world, you're also moving to a world where people are trying to gamify learning. So I think sort of designing for that is definitely a very interesting and challenging task. I think I'm lucky to have a lot of peers and friends who are able to guide me along my own journey. So it's definitely a fun experience for myself.
Okay, that's amazing. So I guess my time's up. Does anyone else want to ask any questions?
Yeah, I have a few questions for Maverick. And my
Mhm.
first question is, how do you approach high pressure situations when you're stuck on something?
Mhm. Oh, that's a that's a great question. So I think for myself, the way I look at it, I first tend to sort of assess the situation and see whether the stress is warranted. I think in a lot of situations, it's very easy to hype up stress as compared to like what it actually is. And I think once you sort of assess probably where the stress limit is or so on, the next task is to identify what would be a good way to sort of get around to accomplishing what you need to accomplish, maybe break it down into parts or steps, and then sort of executing it. So I think a lot of that entire process in general is a good framework for um, for encountering and solving high pressure situations.
Okay, yeah, thank you. That's really insightful. And just one last question. What's your
Mhm.
mindset, or what do you do when you're creating something new, when you're working on a new idea?
Well, That's a good question. I think I really like to have a notebook out and a pencil, so that you just sort of sit down, write ideas, brainstorm, just get everything on paper first, and once you have that, then try to structure it. So and once you structure it, I think then you can come up with an action plan and then go on to executing it. So I think a lot of it just comes down to um, yeah, like just having a notebook and a pencil.
Okay, thank you. That really helps. And does anyone else want to contribute to this conversation?
I guess there's no one else left. So before this call gets over, I really want to thank Maverick. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule.
No,
I
absolutely.
really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
inviting me.
And thank you, Pam, for hosting it.
Yes, thank
The
you.
last 2 weeks are not the best time for the hangouts. So let's hope this happens more often.
Yes. Okay. So I guess this marks the end of today's call. And have a good day, everyone, wherever you are. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. See you. Good night. Good
Bye.
morning.
See you. Thank you.
See you.
Have a
Bye.
good day wherever you are.
Bye, guys. Thank you.